Heard footsteps in the hall. We've heard voices, shadows, everything.
In the moments where they were confined and chained to the wall down here, could have left a mark on this building.
And when you hear that, it'll give you chills.
Can you tell us yes by touching the red light over there?
Okay, that's a little weird.
I thought I heard a man say leave.
Is that you, Doctor? Did you just tell us to leave?
Yes. Did you hear that laugh?
I did, yeah. Doctor, if you're... Whoa, it mapped something here.
Was he a bad man?
Yes, it just blinked the green one.
Oh, wow.
Are you serious? Let's say doctor?
Oh, this is creepy.
Wow. That gave me chills.
All right, Ryan, we have finally made it back to North Carolina. It's been many, many years since we've been here.
It has, and I feel like North Carolina is one of those states where like it feels like it's almost cursed for us. I think it's...
I wouldn't say almost.
Well, maybe very cursed for us because it's like between 25 and 40% of the episodes that we've filmed in North Carolina and investigated, something has gone wrong. We've lost the footage. We ended up leaving a location early because of the behavior of the staff. I mean, like, North Carolina, so we're taking a big chance by coming back to North Carolina.
We are.
But I'm hoping that this is going to be a better experience for us.
I think it will be. I'm excited for this one.
I am too. This location came highly recommended by Mr. Connor Biddle of Paranormal Encounters.
Yes.
And he told us that this place was very creepy, very active, and that we needed to check it out. He's kind of unassuming. It kind of just looks like an old brick house. And hiding underneath the surface is the history of a hospital, a medical clinic. They say that the place is haunted by the spirit of the doctor who opened the clinic, who tragically died 6 years after he opened it of pneumonia. So there's a lot going on here, and you never know what we're going to stumble on in some of these haunted places, some of these buildings.
You never know. And to be honest, I don't even know what this place looks like. So I'm excited to get up here and check it out.
Are we shocked? No.
No.
But that's okay. I am too. I mean, when you go onto the internet and you search up this location, Trivette Clinic in Hamptonville, North Carolina, you get a lot of results that say that many people believe that this is one of the most haunted buildings in the state of North Carolina. I mean, the ghost stories that have come out of this place are just, endless. And the main factor that everyone seems to come back to is they believe William Trivette, the original creator of the Trivette Clinic, is there. His spirit still lingers inside this building.
There's only one way to find out, and that is by clicking the thumbs up button on this video and seeing if we can get to 10,000 of them.
If you're new here, subscribe to the channel as well. These types of adventures, we have a lot of fun doing them. And if you guys have a lot of fun watching them and want to see more, hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so that you never miss an episode.
That's right. And a quick shameless little plug. We have a video podcast out called Coffee and Scream. We just uploaded a new episode, number 6. Go and check out the whole entire series of Coffee and Scream. We even did one with Paranormal Nightmare, so go check it out.
We have a lot of fun over there. We have a lot of fun conversations. So go and check out Coffee and Scream.
We're here, I guess.
We're here. Oh, wow.
I think. Oh, God.
You have to go back this road, it looks like?
Oh, over here.
Oh, I see it. Oh, that is kind of creepy, peeking through the trees like that.
Yeah. Guys, we've never been here. We don't know what... Well, I don't know what this place looks like.
I've never been here either. I've only seen pictures of the facade of the building, not from this far back either. So I don't know where we're supposed to park. I don't know what we're supposed to do.
Me either. Did I go in the wrong way?
I don't think so. Are we supposed to pull down this road?
Perhaps. We're about to find out.
Wow.
Ooh, this is really cool.
This is very cool.
Did I drive in the wrong way? Okay. I wasn't sure.
All right, so there it is. We got to the right place. Dave, that might be the first time in Paranormal Quest history.
Yes! That deserves a like and a thumbs up. Come on, y'all.
We made it here to the right place on the first try.
With 1 minute to spare.
With 1 minute to spare. Let's head in to the Trivette Clinic and see what ghost stories this place holds for us.
Let's go. Let's go check it out.
Let's go.
The building was actually built in 1932, and it was opened for the purpose of being a hospital. Dr. Trivette lived in the house next door to the clinic, and he was seeing patients there. And I guess he saw that there was a need for a hospital here, so he actually built the hospital on the site. So it was only open for 6 years. He died in 1938 from pneumonia. So the building was vacant till 1945, and then it was sold to a couple from Ware, Massachusetts, Mary and Leo Rivers. And they turned it into a detox center, a nursing home, and a supper club. So it's kind of a neat combination. So after Leo died, Mary turned it into a nursing home, and it was a nursing home up to the late 50s.
All right, we finally made it inside of the Trivette Clinic here. Ryan, do you want to do a quick walkthrough of this creepy place?
Yeah, this place is very interesting because built in the 1930s as a hospital, it was the only hospital in the entire area. They took all types of patients here, so the different purposes and uses for each room were all different. I mean, down to maternity, birthing, sickness, down to psychiatric patients being housed here.
We've had several documented deaths that occurred here. During the nursing home time, there were 22 residents who lived here. So I would imagine there were quite a few fatalities.
But the thing about this is only 6 years as a clinic, but 6 years as a clinic, especially treating patients that were severely ill, could do a lot as far as people passing away here, a lot of fatalities, a lot of spirits left over. But not only that, this was later a nursing home.
Yes.
So the energy and the spirits that could be trapped in these walls, it's no wonder that people experience paranormal activity here.
No. And we were told when we first rolled up that the previous 2 nights the location has been booked and both parties had several things happen while they were here.
When we first bought the place, the place needed a lot of work. So when we would be in here working, you would hear voices. It would sound like the TV was on, and you would come up and look, and there would be nobody here. Heard footsteps in the hall, heard voices, shadows, everything. Probably one of the best, we had an EVP that was captured of a woman's voice, and she says, "I am the last." And when you hear that, it'll give you chills. I mean, it's just, the recorder was on the organ bench here, and the voice came from that room, and it's, "I am the last."
Yeah. So this room here was the operating suite.
This is where things get kind of creepy too, because a group that was here just last night actually had reported seeing, they were outside and they said they saw someone. They said they saw someone just looking out this window right here. Just standing here looking out this window. They don't know who it was. The only thing they know is they said it looked like a man looking out the window.
You never know, it could have been Dr. Trivette.
It could have been, or it could have been one of the patients that might have passed away, or one of the patients that died during the operations.
Yeah, very true.
I mean, surgeries were not as sterile back then. Surgeries were not as careful back then.
No.
Used more frequently. Who knows the type of history that this room has?
I would say a lot. A lot of, be it good or bad history, there's a lot of history in this room.
Yes.
To me, I think, especially with the nursing home time, the people that would have been here in the early 40s, their parents wouldn't have wanted them. They were ashamed of them, so they just kind of put them away. So they were kind of outcast from society. The older people, they didn't have anybody to take care of them, because during that time period, most people took care of their extended family. So if they were here, this was where they felt like they were wanted. This was their home, so there was no need to go anywhere else when they died. The place, you just fall in love with it when you're here. It's like it attracts you to it.
Whoa, would you look at that? Got a lot of little toys in here.
Oh, wow.
They do say there is a child, multiple child spirits here in the Trivette Clinic, which makes sense. Children needed health care just like anyone else. Children had fatal illnesses, fatal injuries. You would have children that probably did pass away here. And they say that this hallway, right where you're standing, Dave, this hallway right here is one of the most active parts of the entire building. Right here in this area. He says they capture so much activity right here.
Yeah.
Majesty, she's a little girl, and we think maybe her parents were the caretakers for the nursing home. Jimmy was a little boy who died in the hospital. He was 6 years old, and he was scalded. And then we have a caretaker, we think, from the nursing home, Shorty. It's in the basement. Another man whose voice we captured, we think was probably detoxing. His name is Al. And then Helen and Polly. The nurses that were working for Dr. Trivette, when he was building the clinic, wrote their names in the concrete in the floor in the basement. So you can actually see Helen, Polly, Cindy, and Letha, 1932. So we think Polly and Helen are still with us.
Now, the crazy thing about this is it has a full basement underneath of it. So the entire size of the building, that's what you have in the basement. And we were down here getting shots earlier. We had no idea about the history of this basement when we were walking around in here getting shots.
No.
And we just finished Doug's interview, and the stuff that he told us, like, our jaws were almost on the floor with the stuff that he was telling us about this basement.
Yeah.
So let's head down here.
Let's go.
Okay, that was divided up into different rooms. You can actually see where the walls were if you look on the floor. So the room in the back where the bar is was that was where they kept the mental patients. And the way they treated them then, they chained them to the walls, their feet and hands, to restrain them, not to be mean or anything, to keep them from hurting themselves or anybody else. And then the dining room and the kitchen for the whole hospital was on the left side of the stairs, from the stair post all the way back to the window. And then where the wood stove is in the basement, that room was Dr. Trivette's brother's dental office. He was a dentist, so he had an office here as well.
So creepy down here.
It is.
It looks like a fun, happy place down here, but the history is dark.
It is. Yeah, they have it very well decorated right now with all these beautiful lights and tables. More of like a restaurant eating meal setting down here. But then you start to realize what it was used for, and the first thing that I didn't realize, just so obvious, I don't know how we didn't realize it when we were first down here getting shots, but there were many different rooms down here in the basement. And the evidence of that is right here on the floor, and you can see where there were walls that actually once separated off these various rooms down here. In this basement, you had the kitchen, you had the dining room, you had a dental office right over there behind you, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
And right over here where the bar is, that's where they kept the psychiatric patients. Now, stepping into this tiny little room, because you can see this was the edge wall here, and this was basically the extent of the space back here.
Yep.
And according to Doug, he said that these patients were chained to the wall. Whether it was for their own safety, so they didn't hurt themselves, it would still be a traumatizing experience, and the energy released in the moments where they were confined and chained to the wall down here could have left a mark on this building, and that could be why you still have this paranormal activity. These souls, these tormented souls lashing out.
if there's gonna be something that makes some leftover, left behind emotions and energy, this is probably gonna be it. Because I'm gonna guess they were probably put there out of their own will because they weren't of their own right mind. So, I mean, you imagine unwantingly being chained up to a wall and being left there just because you had a mental disorder.
And to think that right behind you, Dave, I mean, you step out of that room, this was supposedly the dining room and the kitchen. So you're chained to the wall in there, confined, kept restrained, and you can hear them out here eating, and you can hear them out here making and preparing the food, and you can hear people going to their dental appointments. Just the emotion that would leave behind.
It's really sad. It is very sad.
So this basement is going to have to be a place where we spend a little bit of time and focus on tonight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to get started and see if we can maybe make some communication with some of the former residents here of the Trivette Clinic and see who we can communicate with.
I am too. Let's go ahead, put some batteries in the equipment, and get started investigating the Trivette Clinic.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Rolling on that. All right, guys, we're going to start the night off by doing an XLS sweep of the entire building and see if maybe somebody wants to show up for us here.
Yes. And a lot of people asked the difference in the last episode between the SLS and the XLS. So the difference is the technology that it uses to map. So the SLS uses structured light sensor, which are lasers. The XLS uses what is called LiDAR. Now, most cell phones have LiDAR for the facial recognition unlocking.
Yes.
And the LiDAR can map the shapes. That's how your phone can tell what shape your face is to unlock your phone for you.
Yeah. If you've ever used one of these cameras and you see yourself looking at your phone and you see it flashing on your face, that's the LiDAR, same thing.
Yes, so that's what this is doing, and it's going to map the shapes of objects. The good thing about the LiDAR is it's a lot less susceptible to false positives.
Yes.
Than the structured light sensor is. So that's why we were excited to get this camera. You get less mapping of things like chairs and banisters and pillars because it can map things a lot better. So.
All right. You want to start at the front of the clinic here?
And we are doing this natural light, guys, because if you remember on this camera when we were at Fairfield, we got awful flashing from the XLS.
Yeah.
We were able to solve that problem with the other 3 cameras, but not this one. So this one is going to have to stay out of night vision.
All right. If there's anybody here in the Trivette Clinic, I'd like to take a photo of you. So if you're here in the waiting room, could you stand in front of me here so I can get a photo of you? This is just a camera. It's not going to hurt you or anything. Again, if you're here in the waiting room, I'd love it if you could stand in front of me and have your picture taken.
My name's Ryan, and this is Dave. And we're visitors to the clinic or to the nursing home. We're not sure what era this is of this building. Maybe you can tell us while we're here tonight whether this is a hospital or a nursing home.
Yeah.
But we're here to visit with you and talk with you, and we're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
Doctor, if you're... Whoa, it mapped something here. Doctor, if you're in your office here, if that's you...
Is it on the couch?
Yeah.
Was it a false positive?
I don't know, because it disappeared.
When you moved away or before you moved away? Or wait, that's on the right side, so that would be on the edge of that couch over there, the green couch.
Mm-hmm.
This XLS reading is more than likely a false positive. The way that the mapping follows the distinct curvature of the couch can only lead us to assume the camera is confused by the shape, because the couch is only partially in frame. And as Dave's natural hand movements and gestures jostle the camera to exclude the couch, the mapping jumps to the TV and TV stand before disappearing. These are classic signs that you need to look out for when the XLS and its previous iteration, the SLS, are just confused and have mapped in something that is tangible and not paranormal. After more testing, we'll be able to better decide whether the XLS can actually detect paranormal anomalies, or if the data collected by other investigators is just a symptom of a confused program. Can the XLS camera capture unseen entities? That is what we want to find out.
I think that was you.
Yeah.
Scared me.
Hear that, though? That's how you do that. If there's anybody upstairs, there's bright red lights and all kinds of things. We won't bother you up there if you want to try and touch those toys.
We brought them here for you. They're yours. So, Majesty, Doug told us that that was your name, or that's what you like to be called. You can play with stuff up there.
If you're able to do that from your dimension, if we are in different dimensions, we'd like for you to do that.
Just set up a motion-activated light right here at the bottom of the stairs. Let's go to the basement first. I seem to be drawn down there.
Let's do it.
Hello? We're gonna come downstairs.
Just checking. The XLS is not putting off the K2 meter.
Whoa. REM pod, temperature change. Hello? If you touch that thing, it'll make the lights on it turn on. That sound means that the temperature around it is changing. That means you might be close to it. Do you need help?
So if there's anybody down here that can hear me talking, the new owners of this building told us that perhaps in this area over here, unfortunately, some of you were chained to a wall back here. If that's true, could you show up on my camera here? Just stand right over there. Or try touching that bright red light right there. Is that true? We're going to walk around to the backside of the basement here. So if you want to touch that red light when we're not close, you can do that.
Rolling ghost tube.
Did they treat you badly down here?
There's two.
There's two?
There's two of us.
That's true.
It's bright.
Wow.
Oh, okay, that's kind of weird. Is it the thing that I am holding? Or the thing that Dave is holding?
Robe.
If this right here is too bright, I'm pointing at it. If that light is too bright and you want us to turn it off, can you tell us yes by touching the red light over there? Okay. If you'd like for us to turn it off, if you'd like for us to turn this bright light off, can you touch that one more time?
Far away.
Okay, that is really weird timing.
Try and pick it up. That way I know it's you.
Are
Thank you.
serious?
Thank you. Can you try and move it? Just a little bit. We won't come any closer. Weird.
Something just pop up.
Well, I don't even know how it's possible, but I saw a black ball fly through the screen.
Okay, that's a little weird.
Yeah, that was incredible timing.
Yeah. I mean, I can shut this off, but it's going to be extremely flashy.
That's okay.
Is that better?
We turned it off.
It's coming.
So if that's better, can you try and touch that red light again? Like you did before? I mean, I know that it's just a device that nobody really knows what's going on with it. But the timing of that was incredible.
Yeah, that was very responsive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, guys. So we decided to get the epoch and set the epoch up over here and see if we can communicate that way.
Yeah. So that device, it uses environmental readings. And supposedly, according to Ghost Gear Tech, they can select yes or no responses. And lots of groups have had good and intelligent responses with that device.
Yes. So,
Have you been before?
we have not. We've never been here before.
Here, step back here, Dave. Just so we're not in the XLS.
So now, in addition to that bright red light, I put down a bright blue light. And you're able to use that to light it up green for yes or red for no when we speak to you. So if you'd like to communicate with us that way, that's just another way that you can do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you okay? Are you all right?
Thirst.
If you can, try to use that box that has the blue light on it.
It just flashed.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that. But can you get it to hold the light down so we can see it? We need it to stay on there for long enough for us to be able to know what your answer was. Are you thirsty? Do you need us to bring you some water?
Are you hurt? If there's anything that we can do to help you,
Okay.
Can you let us know?
Is this camera recording?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Really?
Yeah, I swear it started recording. It would have shut off by now if it wasn't. Literally, I swore that this camera would have shut off. Because these cameras have a standby, a power save feature.
Yeah.
Louder.
That's weird.
I may not have started recording on that when we were down here earlier, but I thought I did. We'll have to check that file. If there's a file on there, that'll tell us. But it's recording now.
Which means it didn't get any of that REM pod going off.
Please stop.
Do you not want us recording?
If you want us to stop doing what we're doing, can you let us know by telling us with one of those devices with the
I hear you.
with the bright lights?
$14.
Can we hear you? Can you try and speak out loud for us? We'd love to hear your voice. We're sorry if they treated you badly down here and chained you to the wall.
That wasn't very nice, was it?
Really quick, I'm going to stop on GhostTube.
Okay. Whoa.
What?
The epoch just went off.
Green or red?
Red.
You want to continue our sweep?
Yeah, we might as well.
Now that we know that camera's recording, we'll know it'll capture something down here if it happens. But
All right, we're going upstairs.
we're coming up.
Is there anyone getting surgery?
They saw someone standing in a window up here last night.
Right here. Who was that? If you're here, can you stand in that doorway for me so I can take your picture?
William Trivette? Are you here? Doctor?
Is the doctor here? I could really go for a back transplant. This is me. Listen to this music.
Did you hear how that played like that? You can follow Dave through there or just stand in this doorway outside this door and it should play music. Well, with that, Dave, what do you think? You want to pack up this stuff and maybe do an Estes Method spirit box session on one of these floors? I'm not sure where yet, but
Yeah, let's do it.
let's get an Estes going and see if someone wants to talk to us.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Whoa, whoa. Wow. Let's grab the rest of this stuff, I guess. Yeah. You can keep playing with that. We're just going to go grab a few more toys. Okay, so we have a little experiment set up here. We have a proximity board with 2 toys. Now, Doug told us there's a child that likes to play in this general vicinity, so we put the toys right here on the bench. And these toys are yours. You can touch them, move them. Oh, trying to knock the doll over. Like I just did there. So you see how that's doing that? Mm-hmm. That's me. So again, we're going to be recording the spirit box during the Estes so you can hear the responses as they come through. And that way you'll know whenever we call something out that that's what we are genuinely hearing. You guys will hear it and we'll capture it as evidence, which again, like we said in the past, we don't believe in doing Estes sessions without recording it because A, you don't know if we're just making stuff up, and B, if it's not captured, it's not evidence. So
Full transparency here on this channel.
that's right, and full evidence.
That's right. Okay, you ready?
Let me just make sure I can get it going here. Okay, that one's better.
Ready?
Good to go.
All right,
Ooh,
guys. We're going to get started with an Estes session here. Ryan's going to be listening.
that was a man's voice, but I wasn't listening yet, so I didn't pick it out.
Ryan's going to be listening, and I'm going to be asking some questions. If there's anybody here in the Trivette Clinic, however you want to say it, doctor, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. If I am, can you let me know? We have a cool way that you can communicate with us. My friend Ryan is sitting on the couch here by the window, and he has headphones on. You're able to come through his radio and talk to him with the white noise. So, doctor, if you're...
I thought I heard a man say leave.
Is that you, doctor? Did you just tell us to leave? Please use the headphones to answer the questions. That way we can hear you.
Yes. Same man's voice.
All right. Are you upset that we're here in your business trying to talk to you? This is me. That was also me.
Two very soft voices. I couldn't make them out. I thought the first one said hear my voice, but it was so soft, I'm not sure.
If there's anyone here in the clinic and you can hear me talking, can you come through the radio down there that my friend Ryan has?
He's great.
Can you tell us your name? Are you a patient here, or were you an employee here?
Ooh, that sounded like a child's voice that said coming or something like that. I'm coming or something.
If there's a child here, if there's a kid, I have a game that I want to play with you. Right over here, there's a doll.
A deep man's voice said something about kids.
We're not going to hurt the kids. We're just trying to talk. So don't get alarmed. But if there are any kids here, there's a doll right over here. We would love for you to go and try and pick up that doll. Could you do that? Would love to see you do that.
Thought I heard leave again.
We're sorry that you're upset that we're here. I'm going to come into this room here, if that's okay. I'm going to have a seat in the bed here in this room. What was this room for? Can you tell, Ryan?
Ryan.
Yeah, that's Ryan down there. He has funny things on his ears. He can hear you if you talk into the radio. Can you tell him what this room was for?
Right here.
We still don't know your name either. Could you tell Ryan your name? All you have to do is use the radio, and he'll be able to hear you. So if you could do that, that would be a big help.
Please come out.
You want me out of this room? If you'd like me to come out of this room, if that's what you mean, touch one of those bright red lights for me and I will. I just need to know.
Whew, I'm getting this really strong pressure in my head.
Are you affecting Ryan? What were you here at the hospital for? Did you have a baby? Did you have a surgery? Did you have a surgery in this room right here?
Sound like it said, gonna hurt her, it's gonna hurt her.
I don't think anybody here is going to hurt anyone. This is a hospital. This is a safe place, I think, right?
Yes.
I thought so. You built this hospital because you cared for people, right, doctor? You wanted to help people. Obviously, or you wouldn't have become a doctor, but... Putting this right here. I don't want to keep moving.
Really fast, I'm gonna go switch with these recorders. I'm having a hard time. The voices are coming through on this very softly and they like blend in with the white noise.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go get that other recorder here really fast. I've been like trying my best to hear it, but it's like so muffled in with the white noise, it's hard to make out what anyone's saying, and I just want to see if it's the recorder that's the problem or... Okay.
All right, Ryan is back. He's listening. I'm going to ask you some more questions, and I would like you to answer my questions through the headphones and the radio that Ryan is using, if you can do that.
It either said... Oh, I missed that one because I was talking, but it sounded like it said people or evil. I couldn't make out which one it was. It either said... I missed that one because I was talking, but it sounded like it said people or evil. I couldn't make out which one it was.
Were you here when this building was a hospital or a nursing home? Which one?
sounded like a little kid said hi.
Hi. We put that doll over there. Can you try and pick that doll up, please?
Give me those.
Give you what?
Something's right here, and then I heard a man say, "Hear you."
Okay, maybe you can't hear me, but can you tell Ryan? That had to have been me. I'll try it again here in a second. Can you tell Ryan what it is that you passed away from?
They're lighting up.
Okay, I'm going to do that again. Okay, that was me. What color?
And then a man said, "Morning," I think.
What color is that light that just came on there? Can you tell, Ryan? What color was that? All right, I'm going to go into the ward room over there. Is that okay? Can I go into the ward room?
Thank you, Dave.
You're welcome. I just got a strong smell of coffee. Is someone drinking coffee? Can I have some? I could really go for some coffee right now. Who is it that stays up here? What is your name? Can you tell me? Did you pass away here in this hospital?
He's close.
Okay. William, are you here?
You're nice, I think.
Can you please try and tell Ryan what it was that you passed away from? Doctor, are you still here?
I shut it off because I was hearing full sentences earlier, and I have not heard anything for so long.
Yeah, it got real quiet.
Which is interesting because if it was radio interference that I was hearing earlier, it would have continued.
Right.
It wouldn't have just completely stopped and died off.
Yeah. Yeah, it some of that stuff in the beginning was relevant, and then, like you said, it just kind of died off.
Really quick, I'm going to run down and grab the PSP 7 Pro, and maybe we can go into the ward room and see if there's any responses there, or maybe walk it into the...
Okay. I did at one point get a very, very strong scent of coffee right there, exactly where you're standing, actually.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like coffee?
I like coffee. I could go for some coffee. Did I just say Trivette? We'll have to listen back to that.
It may have. That may have just said Trivette, which would be really crazy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a box in my hand right here. If you walk up to it, can you come out and say what your name is? Let's say doctor?
I thought I heard Edgar, but it may have. Doctor, if that was you that came through and said doctor, what is your first name? was it that Doug said that the doctor passed away in?
He didn't pass away even in he passed away in Statesboro.
Oh.
He didn't even pass away inside the building.
Oh.
You're telling me, Dave, that you forgot that the doctor didn't pass away here?
Well, I thought I heard him say he passed away in one of the rooms, so...
Oh. No, I think when I asked him during the interview, he was like, no, he passed away in Statesboro.
Oh, okay.
Did William die here?
He didn't. He actually died in Statesville.
Like the little girls here, can you tell us how old you are?
Did that just flicker?
It went off finally.
But did you hear that laugh?
I did, yeah.
Who's the... Who's the man that was seen up here looking out the window? I can't make any of this out.
Mm-mm.
Whoa.
Saw that.
Tripwire just went off. If we went down to the basement and we had a way for you to make pictures for us, would you make us pictures? Would you show us what it was like here at the Trivette Clinic? As much as I'd like to go and investigate on the first floor, the most active place so far tonight, I think, has been the basement.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to end the night by going down there and doing a seer?
Yeah, I think we should. As much as, like I said, as much as I would like to investigate the first floor, we only have time for one more session before we do abandonment.
Mm-hmm.
We would be fools to not go back to the basement with all the stuff that was happening with the XLS camera earlier and with the REM pod.
I agree.
Let's go back down to the basement and let's try out a seer session and see if we can get any communication down there.
Let's do it. Let's head down there.
Let's do it. All right. So we are officially down here in the basement once again, where earlier we had some really creepy stuff happen with the XLS camera and the REM pod. And we are going to do a ghost tube seer session. Dave has the lens, and he is going to be viewing white noise and static. Now it's searching for magnetic readings, and every time there's a fluctuation in magnetic readings, it will select a word from the database that correlates with that magnetic reading. And then it will use those words to create a picture. So the pictures themselves are not generated by something paranormal, but the words that are used to create the pictures are. So we have loved to experiment with this. We had an amazing response come through, probably the best we've ever had come through Seer at the Asher Walton house with Julia Walton, the woman in white. This house is very beautiful, and we want to know about the woman in white. Is Julia the woman in white?
Generating?
Again.
Oh, whoa. We've got an elderly lady sitting on a bed. Oh, I've got cold chills. An elderly woman in a white gown with white hair, short white hair, sitting on a bed. She looks to be at least 80 plus years old.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you so much.
And she's gone.
They would sit in the park across the street, and when nobody lived here, watching the curtains upstairs move, seeing a lady in white in the window upstairs.
He's all the way on the other side of the house. And what I asked directly was sent as a message to him through imagery. And I think that is fantastic. That is so cool.
It feels like it's getting cold in this room.
Which we found out later on, Julia, when she passed away, was 80 years old. So the fact that a woman, an elderly woman in a white dress, came through when I was in a completely different room talking about it just blew our minds. So we have since then been trying to get Seer to produce something that relevant again. Maybe it'll happen tonight.
Maybe.
I'm ready when you are, Dave.
She's rolling.
She's rolling. Well?
Generating.
Ooh.
Okay, we've got a foggy scene with a tree on either side of frame and a shadow person holding what looks like a long cutty thing that we can't say on YouTube. Starts with an M and ends with Eddie.
Interesting. There is... Does the silhouette or shadow look to be new age, old? Like...
Neither.
It's just a silhouette. There's no, like, discernible outfit features.
Just a hooded silhouette.
Huh. Is that someone that's outside? Is that something that is here on the land? We heard stories that there was Civil War battles that took place. We heard that there were indigenous people buried.
Generating. Okay, we've got a table with some sort of food item on it. It looks like an older woman without clothing is looking at the food, but it also looks like a child is sitting there looking at the elderly woman, and they're looking at the food.
Okay, that's weird because right over here, this was the dining hall.
Oh yeah, I forgot the dining hall is down here.
This was right over here from what he said. This was the kitchen and dining hall area right in here. And one of the spirits they say is down here is a little girl.
It is a little girl in this.
That is wild. Are you showing us an image of yourselves eating down here? If that's you eating, can you touch one of these?
Generating.
Wow. They're having fun with this, I guess.
We've got a woods.
More out exterior.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks to be about 10 to 15 trees. Large trees. Kind of looks like, I mean, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but one of these trees kind of looks like the one that's out front of here.
Oh. Could be some conflicting energies with what this building was used for and with what the actual land used to be.
Yeah.
Right here behind me, there's a white box you can answer yes or no questions with. Were you a patient in this building? Oop, we got a little flash of red on the epoch very quick. Try and get as close to this blue light that you can see and see if you can get the lights to light up and hold to answer our questions, yes or no. No one's done it yet since we got it. This is only the second night that we've been using this. We'd love to see it work.
However, if you don't want to use any of these brightly colored toys or devices that we have, you can paint a picture for me right here. You can show me things about you.
There's an old saying that says a picture is worth 1,000 words. You don't have to tell us, you can show us.
Something awful happened to people right here where I'm sitting. Can you show me a picture of that? What that was?
Did you like the doctor? Dr. William Trivette or Trivette? We heard multiple ways to pronounce his name. Ooh. Epoch.
What'd it say?
Said no.
Oh, wow.
That one actually held. It wasn't just a quick blink. It actually held longer. And it blinked no again.
Was he a bad man?
Yes, it just blinked the green one.
Oh, wow.
Are you serious?
Thank
you for using that. If that is you.
Did he do bad things to you down here?
Green.
Did he chain you to the wall?
That is so cool. Can you try and make that light stay on for longer whenever you answer the questions? If that is you indeed using that.
Generating. We've got... It looks like... It's very hard to see. I see a couple of buildings, and then I see a couple of people. But it looks kind of like... From what I can tell, it kind of looks like Native Americans.
Oh, wow.
But I don't want to jump to anything. Or maybe like frontiersmen or something like that. And it's gone.
We had a somewhat quick blip on the epoch for yes, but it's holding longer than it ever has. I'll say since we got this, the only thing that it's ever done is flash so quickly that it's not even noticeable.
Right. Generating.
Oh, we got another one. Thank you for showing us images.
Oh, this is creepy.
What?
It looks like a very distraught man.
Okay.
Sitting down, and it looks like a very man with more importance, I guess.
Like menacing?
So, yeah, with his arm around this person, and he's got a very creepy look on his face.
Oh.
Dressed up. Could be a doctor and a patient, but I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Is that... Did you just show us what... Is that a picture of you and the doctor? You can move something to show us that you're here as well. There's a cool little flashing ball beside that blue lit device that I think you've been trying to talk to us through. It'd be cool if you could move that, or just to show us that you're here so we know that we're speaking to you and not just the air.
I'm just wiping off the steam.
Okay. From your recollection, what did the room look like?
What room?
That they were in. You said he was sitting on the floor.
There really wasn't any detail to that.
Okay.
If anybody down here likes music, if you go stand by the stairs, maybe Ryan will point for me.
Yeah, right over here.
If you go stand there, we'll play some music for you. Which, by the way, maybe you didn't hear, my name's Dave and that is Ryan.
Hello. We're here to visit you.
Are you comfortable with having visitors? Is that okay? Did people die in this basement? Generating.
What?
It literally just showed me a graveyard.
Oh, wow. Is that near here? A lot of these images have been spot on with the questions that you've been asking.
I know.
And what's crazy also is the epoch has stopped completely.
Oh, really?
Like, it hasn't lit up in a little while now. And it was going off pretty steadily there, like 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah. Can you show me a picture of what you look like, please? I would love to see who we're talking to. Can you show us what you look like?
We're really sorry if you were hurt or injured here. Or you lost your life here. We want to tell the world your story so that people won't forget what happened here.
We have nothing but compassion for anyone that might be here, so please don't be afraid of us. What was it that happened in this basement? Can you show me?
Ooh,
What was that?
something just moved upstairs. That'd be right up above you. That would be...
Doctor's office.
Where did you go? We'd love to see you. We'd love to hear your voice. I tell you what, if you can, really quick, we'll play a fun little game. I'm going to turn this little box on here, and you can talk to this. And if you speak, we should be able to hear your voice. And what I'll do is then I'll play it back, and you'll be able to hear it too. So I'll give you 30 seconds to say whatever it is you want to this box. Recording, EVP test, in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and say whatever it is you want to say to tell your story. Okay, I'm going to listen back.
Okay, it just generated an image.
Oh, wow.
And it looks like a window with some curtains pulled back.
Any windows that look familiar?
I mean, it just kind of looks like a 6-pane glass.
Nothing.
You don't have anything to say? I will say at one point here, right before you started that, I got extremely nauseous.
Oh. Second EVP test. I'm going to go ahead and place this down right here in this box, and you say whatever it is you want to say to tell your story. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Okay, ending. You have an image?
It generated the same image of those two men.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
We've only had that happen one other time, and it was at the Scott County Jail.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the image of the devil, the Scott County Devil, or whatever they called that.
Right. Ow. Yeah.
Second EVP test. I'm going to go ahead and place this down right here in this box, and you say whatever it is you want to say to tell your story. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Okay, ending. You have an image?
Nothing.
Yeah, it's exactly like the last time we came down here.
Yeah.
And also, just, I do want to say my line of questioning with some of the things I was saying about torture and this, and that. That is not any documented known history of this place. It's just me trying to see if I can find some timeline of a story or something. So...
No, and I mean, and just you also even asking if to them Dr. Trivette or Dr. Trivette was a bad man. Well, if you were a psychiatric patient who was chained to the walls, even if it was for your own protection, it would feel like he was a mean, cruel, horrible human being.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is a horrible thing to do. Don't chain people to the wall, even if it is for their own protection.
Yeah.
There's a lot better ways to make sure people are safe from themselves, but the fact that the epoch seemed to be responding and saying, yes, I feel like he was a bad man.
Right.
I'm sure there were a lot of people that held animosity towards him for that particular line of restraint.
Sure. And you know, medicine has come a long way since this place was in operation.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? Do you want to still keep going, or?
Let's see one more image.
Okay. We're going to have to get ready and go here. So if you could show us one more image right here, something important about yourself. Can you do that? Generating.
Ooh, that was fast.
It looks like a little girl.
The little girl who likes to play with toys down here? The one that Doug told us about? Does it look similar to the little girl at the table from earlier?
Little girl over at the table earlier.
The one with the woman that was sitting at the table like they were eating?
Oh. Two different styles, so.
Okay. Well, before we pack up and go, whoa, that was a long yes on the epoch.
Oh, maybe it is the same girl.
Wow. That gave me chills.
If that's you, little girl, you don't have to stay here. Okay? Unless this is where you want to be, you don't have to stay here.
Do you enjoy it here? Do you enjoy being here?
Maybe she was part of the family that lived here after it was a hospital.
That could be.
And this is where she remembers her childhood at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what's interesting about the Trivette Clinic is you never know what era you're going to be speaking to. You know, it's like, is it someone from the days of the 6 years that it was a hospital? Is it someone from the nursing home? Is it someone from when it was a detox center? Is it someone from when it was a family home?
Was it also an orphanage?
No.
No? Okay.
Wow.
What?
Epoch just did a strong no.
Well, thank you for letting me know that.
Now that you're using this to talk, would you like us to bring you a toy down here? I don't see any toys down here for you. There's lots of toys upstairs. Would you like that if we brought you a toy down here? If this is the little girl? The young girl?
We can bring a doll down.
Or a teddy bear? Or a ball? How about a ball? I heard that you've been known to push balls out of people's hands.
Wait. That never showed up. That's
The little girl.
yeah. That never showed up.
That is bizarre because it wasn't on there when I pulled it out. I mean,
That did not show up on there, you guys.
that is freaky.
How was it that it showed up in the gallery, but it didn't show up to me?
I have no idea. I've never heard of that before where it just like, it's like spontaneously shows up. But it didn't come through when you were watching.
Mm-mm.
Two kids looking out a window. Okay, there's the little girl. She looks pretty creepy.
She looks very creepy.
No offense, ma'am.
That's the...
Ew.
Like I said, I don't want to jump to conclusions and say that's a doctor and a patient, but that's the one that came through twice.
Ah. So let's take a look and see. There's that. Yeah, there's not. It just ends. That's the last image is the one of the little girl in purple with blonde hair.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where it came from.
It's not on here. And then that image just randomly shows up of two children looking out the window.
That's creepy.
Okay.
I have no idea.
That was an eventful seer session. I will say that I am happy with how well that the Epoch box, how well it seemed to perform. It seemed to be answering questions pretty relevantly, because when you said, was this place ever an orphanage? It lit up and held on red and said no.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Too cool. It's been an interesting night.
But it's not done yet.
Nope.
It's time for abandonment.
That's right. It's time for abandonment, so make sure you hit that thumbs up button, that like button, that subscribe button if you're ready for abandonment. Let's go.
Let's get these cameras set up and leave this building alone. See what it picks up when no one's here.
Let's do it.
All right, well, it's official, Dave.
It's official, I'm telling you.
We have cameras set up here at Trivette Clinic. We have one upstairs, pointed on the second floor with some equipment. We have one right here on the first floor, not only getting the staircase, the famous organ where they supposedly caught an EVP. We can also see back into the kitchen and the waiting room. It's the best place to cover the most areas right here in this little entrance.
Oh yeah.
We also have a camera down in the basement very active down there whenever we were just down there doing a session with Ghost Tube Seer, so we'll see what happens, see if the little girl comes out to, make herself known.
I hope so. Any of the spirits here in the clinic, please come out.
Yes, Dr. Trivette. Dr. Trivette, I'm not quite sure how you prefer your name to be pronounced, but please come out and speak to us, or any of the patients here, anyone who might have lived in the house. We would love to be able to get a chance to see you.
Or hear you.
Or hear you.
Literally anyone. Please come out. We brought this stuff here for you, so you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. We're leaving.
Way too dramatic.
So much drama. I just went to Juilliard.
I know. Actually, turn these lights off in here because forgot that these lights were still on. Lights out. We're back. Whoa. Hope I wasn't in the way of that, but that REM pod just chirped. Interesting. Ending EVP? Dave, you know what that means.
Jeez. That I'm gonna trip.
That means we have another location under our belts, another night in the books, another fun and exciting adventure here on our quest for paranormal activity and the unexplained. What do you think?
I think Trivette Clinic is a very unique place, a lot of history here, a lot of stuff to uncover while you are here at the clinic, and there's definitely something going on here. What it is, I'm not sure yet, but I'm excited to watch back this abandonment footage and see what happened.
Yeah, I am too. Like Dave said, we don't really know exactly what we captured, whether it was something intelligent, whether it was the residual energy of some of the tragic history of this place and this land speaking through time, or whether, it's something entirely different. This place is definitely mysterious, and it is definitely beautiful. This house has character, class, and beauty, and it's definitely just worth coming here to check out and see if you're ever in the area of Hamptonville, North Carolina.
Come check it out.
But thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end of this video. If you made it this far, hit that like button, and be sure to comment down below. What should they comment, Dave?
Only sand crabs. can get you In-N-Out Burger in Cancun, do it.
I'm feeling an In-N-Out burger myself, but thank you guys. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on those bell notifications so you're alerted every time we upload. And we'll see you next time. Remember, peace, love, and ghosts. Paranormal Quest style.
Don't forget about them sand crabs.
Bye.